Hello everyone, this is Ratchet and welcome to the finale of Ratchet Clank Future, Tools of Destruction. Last time, we acquired the final gold bolt and made our way to the Court of Azimuth. We ended up also obtaining the final weapon of the game, the Rhino 4, which is not on any of my little, weapon wheels, because we're not going to be using the Rhino 4 for the final boss, because that makes the final boss a little bit easy. Now, I didn't upgrade the Rhino 4. I will show its upgrades inside of the bonus part of the game, as I will be showing off a lot of stuff. There will be 2 bonus parts for Ratchet Clank Future Tools of Destruction, but it's time we tackle Emperor Tachyon himself and stop him from opening up any more portals for Cragmites. So, let's go.
With their city decimated by my enforcers, your race took refuge behind these walls. They believed if they left this dimension, I would leave Polaris unscathed.
You're lying! Lombaxes don't run.
Is that so? Dimensionator! Find the Lombaxes! Only 2 stayed behind. The Keeper of the Dimensionator and his infant son. I took great pleasure in destroying your father, Lombax. Pity he sent you to Solana before we could meet. I offer you this one chance. Go home, join your race, or stay and suffer.
If I leave you with the Dimensionator, no one will be safe. Not the Lombaxes, not my friends. I'm not going anywhere until it's destroyed.
Typical Lombax. So noble, so courageous, and so very dead.
And now for a boss fight against Emperor Percival Tachyon. It's not too hard of a fight, so let's make him dance.
Don't go anywhere. I intend to kill you just as soon as this song is over.
I love the Groovatron.
What's this? No. No! Work, you infernal machine!
Huh. You were right. Wormhole devices are dangerous. What? Oh, come on. It's not like one of those hollow films where you think the guy's dead and suddenly...
No. What have you done? You ruined everything!
We are so screwed.
And now to continue the boss fight against Emperor Percival Tachyon. Let's see if this flamethrower can be enough. Oh. Wow, this flamethrower might actually be enough to just completely kill Tachyon.
Marvelous! Splendid!
Let's roast some Cragmites. Alright. So, I'm a little bit overpowered, I will admit. This kind of did not think I would be this powerful. So I can.
No wonder your race banished themselves from this universe.
Well, the thing is, Tachyon, you're just about dead. I'm actually going to end this in style. Same way I like to end a lot of the boss fights in the Ratchet & Clank series, with the first weapon you receive. The Combuster. And
Cry not for your father, Lombax. You will be reunited with him soon enough.
yeah, something's telling me that's not going to be the case, Tachyon. Am I going to run out? He should be dead. Why is he not dead?
Oh, son. You can't kill me, Lombax. Only I know your true purpose in this galaxy. Only I know your true name. The Cragmite return is inevitable. Your kind will never be safe. Do you hear me? Never!
It's broken! Looks like something snapped off the primary reflux coil.
I believe it is missing a 3 3/4 centicubit hexagonal washer.
Dimensionator, find home!
Ratchet, are you all right?
Where are we?
We are home, Ratchet.
Kind of a pathetic final boss, I have to admit.
Arr! Arr! Arr!
No! You've got it all wrong, mate! Try it again, this time from the throat!
Arr!
Honestly, how did you ever become the captain of anything? Once more, and this time, add an inappropriate slur.
Arr, you saucy wench!
I'm gonna need more grog.
I am Tachyon, Crown Prince of the Cragmite. Fear me and, whatnot, for I will rule the universe.
Die, Cragmite fiend!
Will you two be careful? Krunk's head is a microcubit away from popping off.
Do you think he was telling the truth, Clank? About my father? About my purpose?
I detected no lie in his voice, but I believe your purpose has already been filled. You vanquished Tachyon, something even the Lombaxes could not do.
Thanks, Clank.
Don't look at me. You said it was broken.
We need to make sure you survive. Now it's time to come home.
Whoa. Clank, are these the Zoni?
The time has come, sire, to learn who you are and who you will become.
Let him go.
It is time to understand your purpose. It is time to come with us.
Yes, time to come with you.
Clank!
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ratchet & Clank Future, Tools of Destruction, created and developed by Insomniac Games, published by Sony Computer Entertainment. My thoughts on Ratchet & Clank Future, Tools of Destruction. This is a very fun game and a very good way of starting up a new trilogy for the Ratchet & Clank series on the then next-gen consoles. Because with the cliffhanger ending, it ends up making you want more of this universe and more adventures in the Polaris Galaxy, as well as answers as to why the Zoni ended up taking Clank. Now, those answers will be revealed inside of Ratchet & Clank Future, A Crack in Time, but for right now, the next game up in the Ratchet & Clank universe we're going to be tackling is going to be Ratchet & Clank Future, Quest for Booty, which came out in between A Crack in Time and Future Tools of Destruction, and sort of gaps the stories between the two. It's ultimately not necessary to play that game, but since I am playing the Ratchet & Clank series in its entirety, as well as in its order, that's how we're going to be doing it. But what about the rest of the game? Honestly, story-wise, I think that this isn't the best the Future series has to offer, but it still is pretty decent for the story department. I like Tachyon as a villain, and I love his little quirks, but I am always going to be a Nefarious fanboy, and I still will hold that Dr. Nefarious was the best villain that the Ratchet & Clank series has had so far. Now, in the gameplay department, I honestly think that Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction does a lot of things better than Ratchet & Clank Future, A Crack in Time in terms of gameplay. I'll get more into that when I eventually get into A Crack in Time, but for a quick little rundown of it without going into too much detail, the weapon variety and the gadget variety in Tools of Destruction is really nice, and this is really the last Ratchet & Clank game that uses entirely new, unique weapons. Because every single Ratchet & Clank game after this will be using stuff that originated from Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Even the reboot does this, and that makes me kind of sad, really. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it just makes me sad overall that we end up seeing things such as the Negotiator multiple times as that becomes the standard rocket launcher. We see more of the Groovatron, we see more of the Mr. Zircon line. We even see the Magnet launcher inside of Ratchet & Clank Future, A Crack in Time. And we see the Pyroblaster in some of the other Ratchet & Clank games. So it's kind of sad that they sort of ran out of weapon ideas, but there are still unique weapons inside each of the new Ratchet & Clank games that I think would have been better if they were entirely unique weapons. But in terms of the rest of the gameplay and everything, it still has the one problem that I always have with Ratchet & Clank games, which is you can't see Ratchet's face if you buy the Ultimate Armor, which I'm going to go over inside of Challenge Mode, which we're going to be doing an episode on Challenge Mode coming up next. And then after that, we're going to be going through the fruits of our labor with all the skill points that we have acquired throughout the game, and look at a lot of the concept art that was for Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Because, as I mentioned before, there is no Insomniac Museum inside of Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction, but there is one inside of A Crack in Time. So keep that in mind. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Stay tuned for the bonus parts of Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. And if you're not interested in that, stay tuned for the next project starting up, which will be Ratchet & Clank Future Quest for Booty.